Welcome to Tech Globe Atlas. You are watching me, and I may be watching you. um, just imagine that I'm watching you, but probably watching you. Uh, what name should I bring for this channel? Hello, here is this person. I would love to see my daughter. I am in love with my daughter. And wait till I see my son. My dreams. Oh, so happy. Um, I was, I was thinking, who from all the people that I admire or like to ask first, that would be like an interview that's not for their channel, but is for my channel. It cannot be seen on their channels. I just like to keep things a bit more private. Um, to prepare something beautiful is a beautiful surprise and synchronicity. I would love to see practically for the questions to create as a work. I would like to see Lex Friedman to ask him how would he do a program where you could select a program in your computer, in your phone, and you can select the cast members that belong to, because it's like a movie, but it's through multimedia on different channels. If you're making a mansion into a village or a castle or let's say like a spaceship, right? A spaceship, whatever it is that a village can do together. A spaceship that's a station for spaceships that are not rockets. Yeah, I would do that. My idea first. Competition helps to align throughout thinking different ways. Yeah, that's you're going beyond copies. So you are thinking different. Like, this spaceship just travels so fast. It's nearly as Superman flying. Space travel would not really exist. Is how fast the density is. No, nearly not much density. But still, there is a spaceship. So it's good to keep the village working. So we go and work in the field, pick up some tomatoes. But I would just ask. I would love to ask Lex Freeman a lot of questions. To what would he pick for as a platform? Of course, every member, well, one would be in TikTok, the other one would be in Facebook. Each member has they have their own portals and freedoms of expression to show. But would he pick Windows? Would he pick Apple? Would he make its own for the tech globe map where you see the universal coin? I would love to, because he knows so much. He's interviewed all these techie people. That's his field. Um, I find him very cute as well. I mean, really, honestly, I will practically ask him, according to how he how would he do the design. It's a website. You just pick where you need an architect to there's a lot. You need water, the form of electricity. So there are all these, uh, how much electricity is going to generate. And when you're going back and forth and get to meet with the people, these places are being like you're going in a cast, right? And you will have to think loudly, practically. How do you think people travel around the world? Just go random? uh, you have to have some survival skills, right? To navigate. Some people steal, like the pirates, to move on. Or you have good connections, alignment of people that travel and have places. Or you simply have the money to travel. But let's imagine we have a universal coin for this, and you would go around the villages because you like that culture, perhaps. Would you like to do something that's unique of your own? That's up to each person that will just start moving around the world. So we would share a map with villages that have been chosen already. One has the right to not do it there because people are aggressive or they don't like you or you don't know if you could how can you engage just like that, like, yeah, I'm going to engage with you for the rest of my life to invest on a village that maybe will take 300 years to create a castle, but I will gladly have my last breath on that thought that it will be designed. It takes a lot of time. People just want to celebrate, but know their future generations will have a castle. The brick will last for millenniums. Doesn't matter. It's would what they like to do besides having their necessities meet. Um, I think it's beautiful to honor the culture of the people. And once you already have the idea of the design, but that's a part. That's something you can do from the beginning when you talk with the people or talk with yourself in your mind. Because people don't know. I've seen many people come to India, they come to Ibiza. You see rich people that have no idea what is to live in another part of the world. And some run away with their box of medicines because if there's some things you can't buy, you can't buy. You go to certain places in the world. Doesn't matter how rich you are. I've been in so many situations. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You you end up in the middle of nowhere in a train. It's so hot, 50 degrees, with people with their feet in your face, in a wagon, and there is sheep going in the train, and they're selling chai, shouting chai chai, and you're just you are there. You couldn't buy. You brought the ticket for the first class wagon to have it for yourself, but they sell it to many people, and whoever gets there first, they take it. And if somebody was there already, that's it. So that people come to Venezuela and they say, no, no, I want to have the sunshine now. I said, no, no, you can't have sunshine now. We're in the Ecuador. We are facing the sun. No, no, but I have been and I will put cream everywhere. And says, yeah, cannot. And they're all red. They cannot move. Oh, because they know better, because they've studied medicine and they're international therapists. I said, you might be international, but not that much. You just started to, yeah. You just started to travel, I see, around the world, right? Have you? So, some people think to be high class, but they end up seeing, they don't know. They don't know. You don't know. I don't know. What do you know? You're gonna go there and see. Oh, I'm Afro-American, of course. I can go back to Africa. I have all my geological tree. They're all from Africa. Of course, I'm gonna love that village. They're gonna love me as well. What do you know, girl? So it does take. Imagine all the Africans that would love to go to Africa as well and have their mansion into a village and see their brothers and sisters. I mean, my boyfriend was from Sierra Leone. I can see there in the map. He told me many stories. He would always go. I would love him to do also his mansion. There's so many places in Indonesia. I was in Thailand. I was so beautiful, but I said I'll never come back. Never come back. When you get out of a place, you always think, would you return? Like you're paying your trip. You're going there for pleasure or for studies. I mean, there's some people who go for money, yeah, and connections. Like, wow, like I didn't know, like Korea is right there in front of Japan. It's quite interesting. There are many people that have been. We need to start right now. There's many people who don't have a location to be alive. Are you call it dislocated? Like when a bone is dislocated. Um, they need to start to feel the creativity with themselves as well. Yeah, there are problems in the world. Like Israel, the problem with Israel is that they have taken a flag with a religious order. They've taken a flag with the symbol of the Jews. So it doesn't matter if this land was sold or is being given to these people and they belong to a religion. So the whole thing becomes conflict. China doesn't like certain religions as well. I don't know if they have freedom of thought there. Have people that are suffering around. We have the people from the Arab world who invested on killing Jews and ignite a war. Um, I cannot tell you the amount of people that have been paid by the Middle East that are also working as influencers to support the Arab world. So we need to be fair. Yeah, there are people that are Jews. There are people that have their religions. But we need to talk about what's people necessities and where we can just build a mansion into a village in a place where it is safety. So we don't have to talk about these things. People can see with freedom of expression, get to a climax of seeing the money of the government flowing and what they use it. So the consciousness of the entities of nations become aware of how they bring the accountability of every currency that runs through the governmental system in their own map. So the people that pay the taxes can see it. As people that, for example, consume energy. Example, I consume energy. I don't want these wars based on petrol. Can we live without petrol? Yeah. You want to live in the ages of the cave? Okay. For the future of the people who might be left over from that, because the world picked to live through creativity and healing and regenerating and learning to upload all the list of income that has been expended, so it's renewed on his watch on a monthly basis on the currency of the map of the government. They have chose to be fair and be thankful to everything they have to note, and be conscious, more conscious, take more consciousness of what we have. I also gotta have more consciousness to organize this place. Yes, I love to laugh with myself. Uh, do you like to laugh with yourself? Or are you gonna be criticizing? Well, go on, go criticizing. I don't think people are gonna vote for you because of that. Oh, you got paid sponsorship from who? Against who? We're here alone. So yeah, some people might think you are of relevance, and they invest in you, and they will learn from you, and they will appreciate you, and they will, of course, also like to bring their innovation and trust in you because you're cool. I think that's why people will watch you, right? Because they admire you, they trust in you. So they will say, hey, I also have a fucked up family, but not everyone is fucked up in my family because some are fucked up. They will think, really, like, look at that and that. But I'm, you know, from the ghetto, anywhere. So it's okay to feel stupid and be called stupid sometimes. At least once every, how many years? You like to feel the ripple of storytelling throughout your friends and the people you love. That's universal love. So we are originating the value of this coin. This is the value of the coin that influencers have. That has a lot of currency when you influence one another, are also influenced. Yeah, just mop. What would be mapping then? So that would be question for Lex Freeman. How will you do a program? I will have to make a list. That will be the first person that I would love to, from all, come to practical. How would he design this technological program and with whom? Um, no, no frontiers for him to imagine that he can have an insight operation of questions for this job and task is to do. How would he assemble a tech globe atlas? Would he trust the companies from around the world will get together as one? um, which companies as well, right? Um, I think he deserves to my admiration, those questions. Now that there will be people that listen to us and invest on that. That's another question for those who keep questioning into the unknown. I would like to see also Camden's owns and have a kitty fight and just I don't know, just be so funny. I would like to defend Charlie's wife, just to be sassy and like a sister girly fight, all purpose. I mean, I would say very dramatic things. I wouldn't say in the public domain. Not at all. I would be very dramatic defending the wife of Charlie Kirk. But you know what? You know what? So what? So what? It's just really got like female toxicity to the top. Set. So let's see. What would have happened if he wasn't dead? What would you be talking about? So I would love to support her. I think sometimes you support people with rhetorical, so they can sharpen that up. On a Christian level, I appreciate her going forth and her husband. I don't really think anyone is that evil. It's just what they learn, and they have. When people that do things on a collective level and is acceptable, you have to be in that generation with this kind of people sometimes to see how people think. Yeah, me as a teenager, I was the only straight one. Uh, People would try to put me against my mother. So my mother would invest money on them because I was the main source that my mother, as her first daughter, I was always next to her. Whenever I was with her, I was next to her. So I didn't speak. I was just a strong observer, and I felt I not that I was a guardian, but I was really watching everyone, and I think people felt they were being watched. Like I could tell who they were really without me saying a word. Of course, you hate these people because they feel threatened. This little girl knows what we're about. This girl knows what I'm about. So they would try to eliminate me. So and put me down. So I knew very well where they were coming from. Also had a very positive connotations and taught me things. That's what my mother picked them. And I would always look at them like you can be the best friend of the moment of my mother and have all this money. I will always be her daughter. There is no one that can take that position away from me but my sister, if I want to, if I'm going, right? So those are hierarchical powers that are by loyalty. So when people want to take, but do you know the people that want to give? So they want for a salary. You are honorable and you give that. prestige or power, you represent that. Well, when people really love you as you are, without taking advantage of how many viewers you have as well, and they really want to support you, you can trust on me that I've chosen you for that. And we might not be blood related. There might be others who have chosen us as well. At the moment, I'm totally broke and I have no idea. So I have to come with in first person with imagination that it is happening and how we're gonna get sponsorship. Well, just keep it private because once you get it out, it breaks the magic. And it's not prepared or solidified to meet the influencers that will pick their mansion into a village, a part in the world, so we can share this program and see the place, the villages that have been picked from around the world. And I really wish one day we part away all together at the same time, so that there will be the same uh, on each continent. I mean, who would like to come with me to each continent to see for the Tech Globe Atlas? At least, like I just got these two notebooks to write from. This was from my daughter Alice, and it has this velvety. So, all this is sort of like purple. I'm gonna close this ears, this agenda. Hopefully, I can pass it on to my teenagers. We are only in April, 17th of April, and about 2026. Those are little words to achieve for every case scenario. No, we already start. So this here they are the here that they are the continents. Um, I wanted to write influencers there. So it is better that we pick who would be the influencer. Would the people, for example, Russia, pick their own influencer? I don't think Putin owns other people because this is our idea. He could welcome us. Why not? Uh, so there are a lot of there are one has to consider also how the world is changing. There is also the Commonwealth. So there are different systems within systems, and how the universal coding can help to bring peace, respecting, protecting the values of each nation. So they come together. I just really love to see also water running through Africa. I would love to see Elon Musk if he would like to invest on the boring company to drill through Africa to help bring water. Um, what would he invest so people could pay back that investment in Africa and the place he was born? As an African member of this world, I don't know. He must be thinking on the moon, on Mars, or space stations, and tweeting, and prompting memes and artificial generated images is more important. Technology within our biological system, and how he can make robots or government as well. What people are gonna have the money for that, really? Uh, in China, I would love to. If there's a, a leader from around the world that I would love to meet, I would like to ask Prince William if he would like to use the Tech Globe map for his Earth shot, so we can see the world. Of course, it's an important figure to the Elon Musk as well. I really admire them both. For personality as well. I don't know if Elon Musk has humanity for the people or he's just too introverted and cautious to belong to the generation of that type of men, right? Who share money for men. So I've always seen that character trait a distant as a reason to not operate on a first degree, to trust, or, or as to trust alone as a creator. Me, a creator. I would see the this person likes to operate alone, and any relation can be a rival, but everything is forgiven as long as you take care of your company and investments. So he would see his followers as his military source and his where he belongs. In the end, is a little baby that loves mommy. So I don't fit into the category of talking. I'm no woman. There's no woman that fits in his selection to fit me in. He doesn't have a broadened exercise of what different women can be or are to create. So unless it's just to function on certain things, with a job. Right. I would like to see as a leader of the world. I would love to meet Putin. Just to go to the library as well. If he would invite me to the library in Moscow, I won't call the name of the library because it's a Russian dictator. Just, just to dream big that I will salute the director of the library, and he will be in charge of categorizing all the characters from Russia, from history, and the characters books and movies that have been ever created and science fiction. So we will be able to see it in the timeline and to what verse they belong, because there is also spiritual verses or psychedelic verses, to say it, underworld verses as hell's fictional, of course. Um, Jinping is very respectful. I don't know why I would have to go see him. Um, I know he likes to be seen, but I think he has to get out of China to visit a leader of the Western world because he also needs to pay respect to the other side of the world. It's not that I say that he would have to come to see me, but I mean, if you bring the delusion that he'll come to see me, uh, would I welcome him? Oh, throw a carpet to welcome him? Would I go and welcome him in the airport or to send somebody like he does? Oh, just to be treated in the same way he treats people who have invested so much in China and have tried to bring uh, prevent to keep balance and fighting in the middle to keep peace. I would love to see Donald Trump, of course, and Melania, that's for sure, before Putin or Jinping or all of them together from the distance. I'm happy watching them online, it's fine. Uh, Not really that I want to see them. I would like to go learn golf. Yeah, just but I don't think these people are so interested in power. They've invested so much, fought so much to have a stage. That really inspiring is to say we need to do good to the world, improve why the economical system of the values that we're giving through all these generations are to be honored. So I would love to see, of course, the King Charles, but also William and Catherine, beautiful Catherine, and the Independence Day. This I will see them for sure. Doesn't matter what they do whatever they want. I love to see the president of Mexico, the president of Venezuela. I would love to see the princess of Spain. Thank them. Don't know very much about the president of Argentina or Brazil, Colombia. I want to be a person that wants me to look at all everyone like and be traveling, but certainly, of course, I would love to meet Charles. I mean, I would just love to hear what he says. Uh, he would say that he loves his family, I guess. All right. Um, I would love to see Joe Rogan. We talk about aliens, like just to prepare for the situation, right? I'm not gonna give a script. Where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the value? Universal coin, my universal coin. I don't see Joe Rogan making a mushroom to a village anywhere. He's very pro Americano, macho. I would have to just convince him, like, what about you would do something illegal, like with a lot of women there. We're the man. Mm, uh, maybe I think he loves himself pretty much what he's doing. Oh, Till Swan, of course. I would love to see Till Swan. She would love to travel through all the churches and temples. I don't know what she would love to do. I will ask her what sort of mob is her entity that she feels she belongs, or that is, of course, um, the girl that does their hair makeup and the horror stories. The astrologers. I want to name them all one day. The I forget names really, so I gotta write it all. Um, the most important is to have first a program to start. That would be the first fun thing to locate. If you're creating your mansion into a village, and just click this part of the world I will visit. Uh, Rakahastan. I always say Rakahastan, but is parallel to Mongolia, but it's just a fresh weather there and all the green. They are sort of like they look Mongolian. It's just for the amount of nature and nobody there. So a place where it's Algeria, Rakahastan, Algeria, on the beach there. And I just imagine the DJs coming from Ibiza to play music there and sort of like have, of course, a more inside place in Africa. Pope is now going through our Africa and following everything. And of course, imagine all the money instead of being putting all this money into war to put it in a universal coin and mm, all the churches and temples could be regenerated as well. And you can see in the Tech Club map. So, yeah, I would like to see Melania. I would love to see. I love Melania. I always love her. I always love her. And Trump say, I don't care what you did, Trump. It's fine. As you know, it's fine. You've done the best you could. You've been a showman, a businessman. To carry this mission. I don't like the killing and all that, but for the rest, I don't know what's true anymore. So it would be nice to just ask if he would like to be the president for the next 10 years. I will ask him questions, of course. Not that I want to see him. I have no interest in seeing anyone. I want something out of them. We like to be president for the next 10 years with all the leaders in the world to be president for the 10, 15 years and allow the other party to be stable for the next 10, 15 years. So nobody has to go on campaigns. All this fight stop. so we can create this tech globe atlas under space. Of course, he will lie to me because that's what you gotta do. You gotta say yes to everyone, stick to your law, right? You will then come up with a story. Oh no, because of their, I will call it because of this group. Yeah, I will call it. It was because I had to do this because uh, for any reason. So of course exists. I'm just gonna name it like that, right? Um, I mean, having the power, I would just take him out very kindly and tell him to renounce. So his ending is happy. Yeah, a happy ending. He's going in a good way. So the people, the power of the people, believe that they have a new leader that can bring prosperity and balance with the necessary words. It is true that these countries want to be an enemy, but it's true that humanity is still developing from thievery, taking possession of others' properties. So I love to see that people that have fought for this can earn it, right? But then it's like, oh, well, I will have to fight for it as well. So it's like, what kind of fight would that be? From all the breakthroughs that are possible. So, well, I already entered, so they can just figure out. Yep. Um, what would I say to Jinping, like the leader, supreme leader of China, if I meet him? Um, I would think he wants to take over the world, and he is being very practical. I will see that he has a benevolent face and knows very well how to keep it together. I will understand that he likes the recognition of his culture and people in the world. But at the same time, I will say what is the most important way to enter to him so he also appreciates others in this great opera. So I see a practical man that just invests on his business and people work and pay for it. Yeah, that's it. They are business agreement as he takes over uh, investments that have been there for many generations, centuries. So I will ask him kindly, as my bloodlines from the Mediterranean and I'm South American. I will ask him, this has cost so much money in South America, and all these people, I will ask somebody to get me the number, of all the Europeans that have existed and worked in South America with the Native Americans, with the Africans. Yeah, because one thing is to put to work all these people. Yeah, even if you kill people, that's also costly. Yeah, you have to carry the pain and all the insults. This is a lot of baggage and problems, and it has a value as well that you have to contribute and heal, which China doesn't have. There's a value there as well for healing. You have a bone trauma, as you have with your families or partners in bad story. Dark, real darkness. You want to be punished from the Inquisition? So that wouldn't be the question, of course. I will study Chinese tortures again. Um, so bringing him the cost and all the investments and the industries that have been there, the architectures, the nuns, counting the pirates as well. Took the gold from the Spanish, who took the gold from the Native Americans. Be very practical and say, well, if you put, yeah, in the same way for Africa to bring reconciliation to the power they have. So this is honoring yourself when you honor your past, your ancestors. Mine were migrants, very poor from the war, before the wars, the times they want their sense of property. So I will ask him that, so he can understand also where this question comes from. I will ask him how much to have the information from his libraries of spirituality. If he will allow people from around the world to enter the temples. So somebody might like to have a mansion into a village with the village. Maybe places where, you know, who knows? So beautiful, China, really. I will always wish to go. Can't, I can't say that more times. I love India, of course. I will go back to Pune and just live there six years. Um, and keep online, as I guess, have communication online. It's nice to live in a place where you think you're never gonna go. So I really love the freshness from here. I will live here until I die. I love the freshness, the natural, fresh. Um, I love to watch the work that the people do. I really love my children to see what is really world. So I would love just really to ask this question. So when my children go, they have already uh, an advancement with the spiritual realms of China, counting the hells. I love the Arab world. It's just so majestic. it has a different tone from the ancient times. So it's ancient atmosphere, sort of like messiah-ic. 'Cause all the people past the word, right? That was the channel. It has to be like, whoa, magical, out of this world mission. And then it was the food and your necessities, right? But they had that was the front line. So people gathered together. It's very interesting. You really think about it. Let's see if I'm going by. I'm gonna be going very soon. On the 55th second, perhaps. Wish you all well. I want to thank you for sharing this generation. And bye.